Okay, so one of the first areas that I'm going to show you in the virtual classroom is a really important um, thing to do before you start, and it's to activate the teacher's microphone. So the teacher must be heard and seen. So you must activate firstly the microphone. So by hitting the blue microphone there, that's going to send your sound to the students. The next thing that you need to do is to go along here and activate or start the live video broadcast by hitting the green camera icon. Okay, it will bring up a small webcam showing yourself. Then students are able to access the webcam and the sound audio from their computers at home. Okay, now before you begin a lesson, you will need to upload your resources to the whiteboard. Okay, here's the presentation library. It's a little icon of the three books. We're going to hit that. Okay, and then there's the option to upload a file. So you may have a PowerPoint that you're using for your lesson. So we're going to hit upload and we're going to find a file. So we're going to select a file, and here we have one on adverbs. So I'm just going to hit that. I'm going to hit open. Okay, and I'm going to hit upload. Okay, it will just take a few minutes, depending on the size of the file to upload. The larger the file, the larger the images, the longer it will take to upload. So this is definitely something that you should do in the sort of 5 to 10 minutes before a lesson starts, so that we don't have students waiting around for things to load. Okay, so there we go. Now it is loaded. Now this can be done at any time. This could be preloaded in. And then to launch it, all we're going to do is we're going to double click it and it brings it up as a PowerPoint presentation. Down at the bottom right here, we have the option to move to the next slide. Okay, so we can move back and forward slides. We've got a range of tools here, so we can annotate the slide, we can highlight things, we can choose the color that we're going to highlight, for example. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, you can draw on the slide too. And as I said, move between slides. At any time, you can give students access to control the whiteboard. All you do is you just right-click on the student's name, okay, and we can't see it on my one here, but it says allow whiteboard control. So you can select a student, and that gives them access to the whiteboard. Once they've had that, you can then take the whiteboard control away by hitting deprive whiteboard control from the student. So if you ask the student to, for example, to annotate something on a slide, highlight something, add something to a slide, you can give them control to do that. A really interactive way of delivering the lesson. Now, with a one-on-one student, so if there is only one student in the class, you'd be communicating by microphone. If there are more than one, if there's more than one student in the class, the students can communicate by text chat. So in the bottom corner here, they can write anything. If they want to put their hand up, they can raise their hand by hitting the raise or lower hand. There's a little smiley face, and applause, yes and no, and then to clear. Okay, so the students can, so if you ever see the little hands up icon in the corner, it means a student there who wants to ask a question or is perhaps unsure about something, you can ask them to write it in the text box. You can also hand microphone control to any student. So let's imagine that you were in a classroom and there were 4 or 5 students, and one student was, say, delivering a short presentation or giving an explanation about something. By right-clicking on their name, you can click Enable the Microphone. Okay, so that lets them have control of the microphone. It lets them speak to the whole class. Okay, and then disable the microphone. You can disable their microphone at any time. So the teacher has control of all of this. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to show you some more of the features of the virtual classroom and how they can be used.